So this video isn't going to be a nice, smooth, easy shear, unfortunately. This Gotland ewe doesn't quite have a lift in the wool. So in the winter, quite often sheep will put down a layer of very tight, dense wool on the skin. I think this is a form of protection from the cold. It gives it an extra layer of security against the cold and the wet and the wind. And in the spring, once the grass starts growing, you get a fresh growth of wool underneath that layer that you can shear easily. But this one hasn't really got that lift in the wool, and so I'm really having to work quite hard to try and get the comb to go underneath that tight layer. You see here, I'm really having to push, and I'll be shaking my hands slightly to try and get the teeth of the comb to vibrate through the tight layer of wool, because there's not enough space underneath that tight layer to comfortably get the comb. Unfortunately, this is making the shearing experience a little less comfortable for the sheep as well, but she's definitely going to be better off with this wool off. It's just a shame that she obviously hasn't done quite as well while raising her lambs and hasn't had enough fresh grass for that spring lift in the wool to come through yet. Most of the mob had a perfectly okay lift that I could get under and shear under reasonably easily, but this one, maybe she's got two big lambs to feed, and so she's putting more energy into making milk, and there's just not enough energy going into growing the wool yet. Or perhaps she was skinnier coming into the winter, and so she's still putting her body condition back before she's putting the energy into the wool. As I say though, getting this wool off will still be really beneficial for her and help her coming into the summer, and it'll protect her from things like fly strike as well. So still important to get the sheep shorn, but unfortunately maybe it was about a week or two too early for this sheep to be easy shearing. So it's not always easy to get the wool off. Sometimes it takes a bit of extra work depending on different conditions.